top, take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS another.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Set! 180! I got it. Watch left! Watch left! We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go! 59!
Now a first down throw. Stafford. And he's got Amendola on the connection. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Set! 280! Mike 50! Let's go!
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Brought down back at the 43-yard line.
Ready! 280! Check! 55 to Mike! Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
On second and 15 now. Stafford nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Third and long, it's Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. Then he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth.
Hey, give me radar.
Here we go on fourth. Stafford. And he'll find Golladay. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Stafford going to come up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Check safety. Pin.
Now Stafford. Open man is Golladay, complete. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Throwing again on second down. Stafford, he's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Finally an incompletion. He was 5 of 5 before that last throw to start this game.
So he is human. All right, so we found out after the way he began, okay, he can have an incompletion here or there, but I love what they've done right from the word go. They just need to pay it off with a touchdown now.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's third and short.
Come on, let's go. Kill. Libra.
A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They've already gone for it and made it once on this opening drive. They're going to try it again on fourth down.
Switch. Alert 3.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on fourth down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. And this a 39-yard attempt. And he missed it. Wide of that left upright, it's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Check 15. Set. Gun. Me.
Now the rookie from Boise State, Alexander Madison. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch the safety crease. Gun.
On second down, this is Madison. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
Yellow.
3rd and long for Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going for it. Here's Madison. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. The 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Vikings. Alexander Madison with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Ready.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Here's Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter as that's a first down. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch the middle. Watch the screen. Hey, Stu. This is the mark. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
To throw again. Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day.
Here's Madison running on 1st down. Tavon Wilson up to make the tackle. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Switch up. Hey. Watch twist. Recon, 132 fighter. Show it up. Shit. Jazz. Shit. Gun.
Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Hey, there you go, 48. X3, 218, chop. Check 24.
Back to the ground on 1st down. Here's Madison. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Here's Cousins. Escaping the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Gun. You got motion, man. You got motion, man. Right there.
Now Johnson. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They come out here in the eye. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet.
Gun.
They'll try to run with Madison. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Bailey got the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Vikings 14, Lions nothing. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. Out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
At the 29-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
All day, dog.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The Lions on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Stafford. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down.
50. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Hey, keep it up. Easy, alert. Hey, one set. Check Mike. 50. Hey, orbit. 54. Here we go.
So they will go for it. Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Vikings pick up the football. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Result of the play, first down and 10.
Record. Hey, 25.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. No gain, and it's second down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins. This complete to the former Longhorn Marcus Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. They'll run it with Madison. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Going on the ground with Madison. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
The 4-yard line.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Hey, alert 3. Undercut.
They'll run with Madison. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Alexander Madison on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 21-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. It's back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And Amendola with a catch. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Stafford now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts As they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. This is first and goal from about the 8.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Throwing again is Stafford. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake, Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Go! Let's go!
First and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Another try after the first down sack. Cousins, and the catch made by Johnson. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Here's Madison. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
You better be afraid of me.
Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Bring it, guys. Fight 51. Hey, echo. I'm here all day. 51 to mark.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Good route here. Gun.
51. Bring it. Mike 50.
Hey, Delta.
51.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Always important to get the first score the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. On the ground, this is Johnson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Joker.
53, ready,
50.
zebra.
50 to Mike. I got you.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43.
Hey, 5-0.
At the 43-yard line.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, we got Mike 50.
The shotgun snap for Stafford. And his throw is incomplete. Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Omaha, ready, move.
Check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Oh, you got deep?
Hey, easy.
Check pass. Mike 50.
Hurry.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over first and 10.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On 2nd and 7, Stafford airing one deep for Curse. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On third down, Stafford. Jones has it. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Check. Lucky.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. To throw on 2nd and 6. Stafford. Caught by Jones.
Let's go.
3 quarters have come and gone. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Stafford now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stafford, open man is Galladay, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 28.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Stafford throwing on target to Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. From the red zone now, Stafford. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
32.
Check. Mike 50. Let's go, D. Big series right now.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Prater on to add the extra point. It's good, and it's now 35-14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays, and right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Yeah, they're just looking to turn anywhere for a stop defensively. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
The 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On play action, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Cousins to throw it. It's complete to Diggs. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. On first down, Johnson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 12 more yards there and another first down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and minicamps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Gun.
Another carry now for Madison. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. To throw, Cousins, and give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Push him back.
53, ready.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. A nice little catch and run to get the good yardage.
Double right.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. I hope you brought your left because I'm about.
Hey, Foxtrot.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Stop your whining.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Middle.
Let's go. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
80 weapon.
Here's McKissick. Eric Kendricks, the Vikings' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop.
Alert!
1 yard gain.
What do you got?
On second and 9, Stafford. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he gets it all the way down to the 3. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
250.
Out of the gun, Stafford. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Brings up second and goal at the 11-yard line.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that drops the deficit from 28 to 25. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Here's a give to Madison running right. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they close.